What's up guys, this is adreN and I'm going to be going over AWPing tips on CT side and the role that you play. So starting off here, you're going to want to make sure that you play aggressive and you don't start off passive, because one of the main rules as an AWPer is to get those early picks so that you have that man advantage, because after a team executes and plants the bomb, or after they execute and smoke you off, you're disabled and you're not as effective with an AWP. So you need to make sure you become as effective as possible early round, and get those early picks and throw them off their game. And one way to do that is just to start off aggressive, like I said, and hold at this angle here, and after you take a shot there, you can fall back and play another angle. After you take some shots here, if you need to, then you can fall back and play passive. One thing you don't want to do is just start off playing passive here right at a CT spawn, and you're not really doing anything. You're not making them scared to peek angles, and you're giving them a lot of map control. So you don't want to start off passive like that. So what you want to do is start off, getting them scared to peek corners, throwing them off their game, making them scared to peek that, making them scared to peek these corners and walk at mid, because one of the things you're doing if you're AWPing corners is you're canceling one of the ways the terrorists can execute strats, which is just walk busting and just walking around corners like this and just walking at mid. Playing and holding corners with an AWP is the best way to stop that. So people that are just walking around arch here and just waiting to get spotted, and then once they're spotted, then they bust and just rush. And the best way to stop that is when an AWPer is just holding these angles here, so they can't do that to you. So that's one of the things you're going to be doing as an AWPer. And one of the things you don't want to do is stay static with your AWP, because then that's when they can start disabling you. If you're always playing arch here, they're going to know, okay, the AWP is here. They're going to start shoulder peeking you. They're not just going to walk freely up and you'll get an easy kill anymore. They're going to start shoulder peeking you, flashing you back, or just simply smoking you off and making you useless. So one thing you want to do is just always keep the terrorists on their feet and float around your AWP. And one way you can do that, it's a little bit more advanced since you're going to have your teammate fill in the spot that you're leaving, but it's really good. So let's try to get into that here. So let's say we have a good spawn over here. So hey, this round I'm going to go AWP apartments. So you can, if you have a really good spawn, you can come down here and get this pick, or you can hold this angle here. You have a lot of different angles you can hold, or you can simply play the end of halls right here. And if you want to float porch here, get a free pick right here. Just hold a nice angle and get a reaction shot, because a lot of terrorists will come down here not expecting an AWP to be holding that angle, and it should be a pretty easy pick, and you'll get that man advantage 5v4, and then you can play a little bit more passive after you got that pick. And you can obviously do this at B side too if you have a good spawn. So if you have a good B spawn, you can come B, have your teammates flash over, flash however you want, and then this round you get a pick at B. So you're always floating around, and they really can't disable you like this. They can't say, hey, smoke arch, we're going to disable the AWPer. So by floating around, you'll still be able to get these picks and be effective before they execute the strats. And yeah. And another way, like I said, you can start off aggressive. Another way I like to pick mid here is just to feel out how the terrorists like to take mid. A lot of people have a sort of way they like to take it. Let's say they run up, they throw a flash. Oh. They run up, they throw a flash, and then they peek out, thinking the AWPer is going to be peeking down and get blind. And after you feel out and feel how I like to take it, if they do like to throw that flash, you can simply just come here, look away from the flash, and as soon as it pops, then you swing out and just kill that guy coming up thinking you're blind. So that's another way to pick that. And another thing you can do with the AWP is, let's say you get this pick, whether it be right here or right here. Once you get that pick, you can even readjust mid-round. You can say, hey, I'm going out of apps, I'm going to go back to archway, trade me. So the rifler that was playing arch side can come around, play the pit again, and now you're back at arch. So they might even walk up mid again and give you a free pick, thinking that you're still playing an AWPing arch. So like I just said, if they think you're still AWPing arch, they might give you that free pick by simply walking up mid and not disabling you with a smoke, thinking that you're not there. So always keeping them on their feet and just trying to outplay them and outsmart them with your AWP position. And it definitely should help, because you don't want to get smoked out and get disabled, because the smokes are nice and big. So keep floating around, and hope you guys like the tips. Thanks.